Most traders lose money because they don't understand liquidity. Opening the chart, some people are finding it difficult, like some traders definitely find it difficult to know where liquidity is resting. Okay, in this video you will learn how to spot liquidity in forex using powerful smart money concepts that most beginners don't even know. You know, liquidity is where the big players, banks and institutions target price. And once you understand how to identify buy side liquidity and sell side liquidity, you will stop getting trapped in fake outs and start catching high probability trades. I will also be showing you how to find liquidity zones in forex, how liquidity graphs works, and how to align your entries with smart money for better precision. So with no further ado, let's just delve in here. First thing first, what is liquidity? Or let me say, what are liquidities? Liquidities are zones where money or orders are resting. Orders in the sense that maybe like your buy stop, sell stop, buy limit, sell limit order, stop losses, stuff like that. Okay? And also, why do we look out for liquidities in the chart? We look out for liquidities to take profit and also for confirmation entry. So as you can see this illustration that I drew here, right? So this illustration is pointing out something great. So let me just try and explain or something. You can see this illustration is buying, like as you can see, the market is literally buying here. We have a BOS here to the upside, okay? As you can see, there is a BOS here to the upside. Now, where is liquidity? Where is liquidity? Where is the liquidity? We have a lot of liquidities. After, don't forget, we have this high being broke. So these are our protected what? These are our protected low. The market must not break, okay? So now, where are liquidities? This is a liquidity. This is also a what? A liquidity. The only available low is this, whereby some people will mark the other block like demand zone from the extreme low like this, something like this. Some people mark it like this. So this is, these are rather liquidities on the chart. And as you can see, when markets break out again from here, you will always see liquidity before you break out. Even after a breakout, you will still always see liquidity. Okay, so every internal higher lows or lower highs, lower lows, they are what? They are liquidities. Okay, even after a breakout, they are what? They are liquidity. As you can see, when market broke out from here, we have another sharp higher high, higher low, then higher high before market disrespected this low, also disrespected this low. So these ones too are what? They are liquidity. There also, these ones too are what? They are also liquidities. So just like what happened here, like I said, you will always see liquidities before you break out. This is our last high here, okay? Before we see this pull back to the downside here, I don't want the chart to be so rough. So this is our last high here. So market came back to our order block here. The market starts doing what? Market starts buying again to the what? To the upside, okay? So, and I told you something that you will always see liquidity before a what? Before a breakout. So definitely the internal structure is what? The internal lower high, lower low, or higher high, higher lows depend on your directional bias of the time you are looking at the chart. They are what? They are all liquidities. Okay? So this is a liquidity. This is a liquidity too. Okay? But some people will just mark other block maybe somewhere here like this. Okay, so that's how to spot liquidity on the chart. And as you can see, something happened here. You can see market just did something after market breakout from this high here. Market gave us a market gave us let me just try to view this place very well. So as you can see, something happened here. We should be having our order block right here. When market broke out from here, this place supposed to be our order block. Okay, somewhere is supposed to be our order block, but as you can see, the price ignored the order block here. I have a video on why price normally ignores order blocks. Okay, I have a video on that. If you just go to my channel, you can see, or probably I might just add it to the end of this video so that you guys can see it. Okay, you can see market ignores this order block. There is a reason for that. Okay, so if you really want to know why, you can just go to the channel and check out why price. Just type why price ignores order block, okay? Or if I should remember, I would be definitely adding it to the end of this video, so you can just click and watch, okay? So that is how to spot liquidity. You will always see liquidity at what? At what? You will always see liquidity before a breakout structure, or before your choke, whatever you like you call it, okay? Just know the rules, just know the, just know the terms practically. You will always see liquidity. And like I said, why do we spot liquidity? I asked something like that. Yeah, I said, why do we look out for liquidities? I said number one is to take profit, and number two is for confirmation. Number one, to take profit in the sense that when markets give us a pullback, let me delete some stuffs. Let me quickly delete some stuffs so that it can kind of look somehow clearer. Okay. So when markets give us this pullback here, when market gave us this pullback here to the downside, okay, the market is buying now 100%. You can see market has given us a confirmation here. The market is kind of buy here. So one of the main reason why we look out for liquidity is to do what? Is to take profit. Normally we have a buy side liquidity and we have a sell side liquidity. Also, some people call a buy side liquidity external range liquidity, while some people call a sell side liquidity uh uh it's still not the external range liquidity too. Yeah, depends on your trend, okay? But according to the buying illustration of this chart, this is our what? This is our buy side liquidity, okay? So the reason why we look out for liquidity is for us to take profit. You already know that if you are buying after this confirmation, then your stop loss at where it's supposed to be, then you should be targeting at most this place for your take profit, okay? Like I said the other time, we have realistic take profit and we have anticipating take profit, okay? Like expectation take profit, okay? So I think I said something like that in some videos. If you go watch the video, you understand what I'm trying to say. So these are our realistic take profit, okay? So that is the reason why we spot out liquidities on the chart, okay? We also have an internal range liquidity too. All this I've explained it before, yeah, on in some recent videos, okay? So all these internal lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, they are all internal range liquidity. All these ones are internal range liquidity. So that's why we call this one an external range. Why? It is the original high, like it is the cemented high. So that's why we call it external range liquidity. So liquidity is nothing really, it's not what is that really, complicating. You just have to understand. And also, what else do I want to say? I already said it is to take profit, which we you already know why we use liquidity as our take profit. And also it is for confirmation entry too, okay? It's for confirmation entry. Confirmation entry in the sense that whenever you see market taking out liquidity and you see a confirmation entry, okay, whenever you see market taking out liquidity like this is a liquidity, market has took it out, and we've seen a confirmation entry after market might have taken out liquidity, then we are good to buy according to the trend, because this one is buying. So that is the reason why. Go check the video about why price ignores order block. You will understand better, okay? So let's just go to the chart. Let's see what I just explained here. Let's just go through it. This is GBP USD 4 hours time frame, okay? First thing first, when you want to spot your liquidity, first of all you need to know your directional bias. Depend on the time frame, okay? Depends on your time frame. Don't get it twisted. When I say directional bias, I'm not really talking about 1 week time frame, okay? Somebody can actually say is using 1 week, 1 day for his bias time frame, and I can decide to use 1 hour for my own bias time frame, okay? So it depends on what I want to do on the chart. You don't know if I want to scalp, so I can decide to use 1 hour as my own time frame because I want to scalp in the market. I'm not holding the trade for a day, yeah. So like I was saying, before you can spot your liquidity, the first thing is, first of all, for you to know your what directional bias. So we are using 4 hours now as our directional bias. First thing first, you need a two consecutive low be broken. This is the first one and this is the second one. Clearly, you don't need a pastor or an imam to tell you that this market is selling, okay, according to the 4 hours bias, okay. you need to know your directional bias. You can go to the 1 month bias now and the market is going to be buying on 1 month. You get, but according to this 4 hours bias that I am, the market is plainly selling. Okay, so now how are we going to exploit our liquidity? Let's go to the history. We have a breakout here to the downside. Now where is our liquidity? First thing first, when you go to your directional bias, which is 4 hours or whatever time frame you want to use as a directional bias, you go to your trend time frame. There is something we call structural time frame. You can also call it trend time frame. Okay, so after you might have know your directional bias, for you to really see where liquidities are resting, okay, you need to go to your structural time frame. And if you are using 4 hours, definitely your 1 hour should be your structural time frame. Okay, easy peasy, no stress. Your 1 hour should be your structural time frame. You can even still use 30 minutes. Okay, why are we using that time frame? Is for us to be able to see clearly where liquidity are resting on the financial market chart. Okay, and if you can still see it on your directional bias, it's fine. Okay, it's not compulsory you go there. You can still see it. I can see it. I can see we have a breakout here to the downside, and this is a liquidity for me. Why is it a liquidity? Is because we have another block here that market supposed to come fill somewhere here. We have another block somewhere here that this market supposed to come fill. So let me zoom out. As you can see, we have an unmitigated, unmitigated fair value gap here that this market supposed to fill. Can you see? Can you see? This week supposed to touch this side, but it was unable to do that. So we have an unmitigated what? Unmitigated um fair value gap that the market supposed to fill, but market didn't fill it. So we have another block here. Okay, and I can see we have a liquidity on 4 hours there. But if I should go to 1 hour, I will see it more clearly. So let me just delve to 1 hour. So this is my 1 hour time frame now. So as you can see, this is our 1 hour time frame. If you all can see. So on this 1 hour time frame now, don't forget we are kinda here. So these are 1 hour time frame. As you can see, this is a liquidity. So market has cleared it out, right? And when you see after market cleared this liquidity out, what happened? The market starts selling. So that's how to spot liquidity. That's how to spot. Very simple, and that's how to. You can see market ignored this other block here. Yeah, market ignored it. There is a reason for that. Okay, so that's how to spot liquidity. Fast forward to, let's go back to 4 hours. Let's see something. Let's see another kind of thing. So let's go to another kind of history. As you can see, something happened here too. We have a breakout here. This is a breakout too, but we cannot really see. Okay, you can see a liquidity here. Why? Market did not come back to this other block. We have another block here that market is supposed to come to, as you can see on 4 hours. So this is another block, but market wasn't coming back to that side. Okay, before we see this move to the downside. So definitely this is going to be a liquidity. Let's go to 1 hour and see very well. I told you if you cannot see on 4 hours, after your 4 hours directional bias, just go to your 1 hour or 30 minutes so that you can be able to spot it right. Okay, so you can be able to spot it right on your 1 hour or 30 minute time frame. As you can see, can you see? Can you see now? Can you see now? Can you see? Very beautiful. Can you see? So this is the liquidity. This one here is the liquidity. Market clear it out to this other block before we see a sell to the downside. So that's how to spot liquidity. You need to first of all know your directional bias. Okay, first of all know your directional bias. And like I was saying the other time, I said to take profit and to do what? And for confirmation entry. As you can see, let me go to 1 hour again. I need to talk about that too. So as you can see now, for the confirmation entry thing is this. When market took out this liquidity, what happened? We have a change of structure to the downside and market starts selling. That is for the confirmation. And for the take profit of a thing, it is not hard. When you see you have a confirmation entry and you are selling, putting your stop loss, where you're going to target is what is your external liquidity. So that is the importance of liquidity. Easy peasy, no stress. You can see it is not really that complicated. It is not really that hard. You just don't know. and now I'm explaining to you. So if you come across this video, then count yourself as a lucky person. Okay, so for confirmation entry and forward and to take profit, the first thing first is whenever you see market clearing out a liquidity and you see a confirmation, then you sell or you buy depending on the trend. And the second thing is for taking profit. You can decide to just take your profit alongside with the external real liquidity, which is this one. And also you can take your take profit at internal real liquidity too, which is this one too. So it is not something complicating here. So let's see what is happening currently. Let's see what is happening currently. 4 hours. So as you can see on 4 hours, we have a breakout here. Can you spot your liquidity on these 4 hours? If you can see it, or just type yes in the comment section. Let me give you 5 seconds. As you can see, we have this last low. Market broke it down. These are protected high. The market must not break. As you can see, very clear. So now where's our liquidity? I can see it on 4 hours. We have a liquidity here. We have a liquidity here too. Okay. So that's all I can see. I don't know if you can see. Let me zoom it. I told you before you break out, you always see a liquidity. You might not be able to see it on 4 hours anyway. So this is a liquidity and this is a liquidity. So let's go to 1 hour so that we can see it clearly on 1 hour. Let's go to 1 hour time frame. So these are 1 hour time frame. I think you can see it clearly on 1 hour. You can see before this breakout, we have an internal highs, like internal lower highs. So those are liquidities. Those are liquidity pools. Those are where pending orders are resting. Those are where stop losses are resting. Okay, those are where buy stops are resting. Okay, so market needs to clear them out first before continue the directional bias structure. Okay, so that's why you see market clearing it out. The market has been, I'm on this trade anyway. I'm on this trade. So I'm on this trade. So that's just how to spot liquidity. It's very simple. Okay. Now we spot our liquidity like this. Market has cleared it out. What are you going to be looking for? You should be looking for a confirmation entry to sell. And when you see the confirmation entry, you sell. Then don't forget it is used for what? Liquidity is used to take profit too. Okay. So you're selling, yeah. After your confirmation entry, normally this is going to be our last take profit, which is the external real liquidity. This low, I'm talking about this low. Yeah, this low. Sorry, talking about this low. Let me use this line. I'm talking about this low. So that's going to be our last take profit. But mind you, I'm taking profit here because on this 1 hour time frame, you can see the market is kind of, but I know market is going to touch this red line. Yeah, it's going to touch this support level. I'm very sure of that. Okay, so but sometimes greediness is not allowed in trading. Once you see you are in good profit, you can if you have two positions, you might actually just close one, and if you have one position, so you might actually just take like 60% of your profits. It is fine. So greediness is not allowed. Don't forget, you are not the one controlling the market. Okay, this market can decide to change structure from here, then continue to your side. But according to the normal technical analysis thinking here, this price supposed to come back to this support level. Okay, so that is just how it is. But always have it at the back of your mind too that you're not the one controlling the market. So you take profit. Sometimes if you have two positions, you can just close one and leave the remaining one to run to the low. So that's just it. For the confirmation entry, you use liquidity to confirm entries, which I have shown you guys, and you make use of liquidity for take profit, which I have still shown you here. So let's go to another pair. Let's see if can just make another kind of example. Let's check EUR USD. EUR USD and GBP USD, they move alike here. So I think we should be seeing something. I even I've done some kind of analysis on this chart before. So I think I've done some kind of analysis on the chart before. So if you go to your 4 hours, this is EUR USD. If you can see, it's nothing really, we have our BOS here. Yeah, then if you can spot your liquidity, I can spot it. As you can see, I don't need anybody to tell me. I have a liquidity here on 4 hours. I have a liquidity here too. Okay, so some people will just draw other block like this, but I will prefer drawing other flow here. So that's my other flow. Okay, so that's just it. Then you wait for market to clear your liquidities. After that, you wait for your confirmation entry and you target the external liquidity. Easy peasy, no stress. Let's go to 1 hour. Let's see if we're gonna see let's even go to 30 minutes sef. I've been using 1 hour. Let's go to 30 minutes too. So let's go to 30 minutes, okay? This is EURUSD. So this is 30 minutes, as you can see. This is 30 minutes. As you can see, this liquidity is very clear, very, very obvious now. Okay, very, very obvious. So that is a liquidity. Market needs to clear them off. That's a liquidity. And when market clears them off, can you see market has been selling too? I'm on this trade too anyway. Okay. So it's just as simple as that. Yeah. It's just as simple as that. So I think do we need to go to any pair again? Let's check synthetic indices. Let's check the wave. What should we check? Okay, let's check volatility 75. Let's check volatility 75. This is going to be the last example, okay? So what's happening? First of all, your bias. Let's go to 4 hours. Your bias diving is very important. First, I still have some Canada draws on here. So okay. Your bias, what's happening? Uh let's check history. Let's leave the current printing candles alone first. Let's check history. Okay, as you can see, we have this breakout here. This is our last low here. Market broke it out. So this market is selling. Okay, don't get it twisted. This market is selling. As you can see, two consecutive low being broken to the downside confirms a trend, confirms a selling trend rather. So as you can see, we have two consecutive lows here being broken to the downside on this 4 hour time frame. As you all can see, we have this low being taken out by this price. What's this now? So we had this low being taken out. This is our first confirmation and this is our second confirmation. So as you can see, market took out this low to the downside. Then after that, what can you see? We have liquidity resting here. This is liquidity. And we have another flow here. So for us to be waiting for market to come back to before we sell. Can you see? It is very simple. How to spot liquidity is very, very simple. I'm just showing you. There are other ways too, like, but this is the most simplest way to spot it. Your bias, from if you can see the liquidity from your bias, mark it. If you cannot see it, go to your 1 hour time frame. Okay, from your 1 hour time frame, just mark your your liquidities. Okay, and wait for market to clear those liquidities. After that, your confirmation entry comes in, then you take profit. It is as simple as that. Can you see? But on 4 hours, I can see it clearly. I don't need to go to 1 hour. Okay, so market clears it, then to the other block, synthetic indices, some of the volatility pairs, they like, going back to the other blocks. Not only that, they like extreme pullback, they like extreme impulse, like extreme correctional phase before reversing, okay? So that's why you're seeing volatility 75 coming back to almost the high. The most important thing is market must not break this high to the upside. That is the most important thing. And as you can see, market didn't break it. So we are still selling. Yeah. So that is it about that. As you can see, market came back. Then there is a confirmation here to sell. We have this last high being broken to the upside here. I can see it on 4 hours. If you can see it too, it is fine. But if you cannot see it, just go to the trend time frame, okay? Or you go to your confirmation entry time frame so that you can see. I can see this last breakout to the upside. Then I can see this liquidity sweep here to the upside. Then what happened? Market changes structure right here. I know it's going to be valid on 30 minutes because the 4 hours is my 4 hours is my bias, so my confirmation entry is going to be 15 minutes, 30 minutes. Okay, so I know this place is going to be valid on 30 minutes, and I have this other block here. So if I want to say I'll be selling from here, or probably I wait for a confirmation of this choke, which is what? A BOS, and this is a BOS. Then if I want to say I sell, so it is not hard. I can even see everything on 4 hours. I don't even need to go to the lower time frame to see anything. Okay, so I'll just sell from here. I'll just sell like this. If I'm using BOS, I'll just sell from here, my stop loss here. Then I'll be targeting this low, this external range liquidity low. Okay, I'll be targeting this low. Like I said the other time, I think in my last video or something, I said something. I said you guys should ignore all these small stop losses like this. Okay, ignore those people that are showing you this kind of thing. It is not real. That is just a fact. It is not real. Okay, This is 4 hours time frame, so your stop loss is going to be about this side. Your own, what you have to do is just for you to manage your risk. Although if I should go to 15-minute time frame, I'm going to see a lesser stop loss. Okay, I know. Yeah, I'm going to see a lesser stop loss, but okay, like we are going to even do it. We are going to do that. We are going to do that. So, like I was saying, I'll just target this external range liquidity, as in like it is an external range liquidity on this 4 hours time frame. Why? Because market broke out from this side, so we have this low here protected. These are protected low. So market crashing below this low is a confirmation of a what? Of a choke. So I have a video on choke. I have a video on major and minor choke. If you have seen the video, you understand what I'm saying. So what happened here is just the minor choke, whereby this one is the major choke. Major choke simply confirms that the market wants to sell hard. That is just the meaning. So that was the reason why you see the market selling to the downside. Okay, so that was why you see the market sold. Okay, so that is just how to spot liquidity. You can see the market literally sold to the extreme. Can you see? The market literally sold to the extreme. So it is as simple as that. So let's face what is happening currently. As you can see now, we have this BOS to the upside. Where are liquidities? I know you should be able to see with all my examples. These are liquidities. These are liquidities. These are liquidities. Sometimes I don't even draw other blocks. I don't even draw point of interest on my chart. I'll just spot liquidities like this and I wait for market to clear them. And when I see confirmation, I just buy. Because market might desire to clear just, market can just desire to clear just one liquidity like this. It might just do something like this and buy again to the upside. Then this is the BOS again. So that's why I don't really fancy other blocks like that. Yeah, market might decide to neglect them. Okay, so I don't really fancy them. My own is just to spot my liquidities. When markets take out those liquidities, my own is just for me to wait for confirmation entry. So as you can see, market has taken out liquidity for other block people, point of interest people. Some people will mark it from here like this. Okay, yeah, it is fine too. But what can you see again? The market has given us a choke on 4 hours time frame. So now where is our liquidity? On this one you cannot see it. Abi? Or can you see? Can you guys see it? Okay. So we have this. This is going to be liquidity. But let's go to 30 minutes so that you can see very well. Let's go to 30 minutes. Because this market is going to buy. Yeah. It's going to still buy. It's still gonna buy. Okay. It's still gonna buy. So we have this choke now. So these are liquidities. So what I'll be waiting for is for this market to clear any of these liquidities. Then if I see change of character, then I buy again to the upside. Easy peasy, no stress. So that is just how to spot your liquidity, how to spot it for your confirmation entry, and how to use it to take profit. Okay. So don't forget the rules. First thing first, I'm reiterating this. First thing first, before you can spot your liquidity, okay, go to your directional bias, whatever your directional bias might be. But you can use 4 hours, you can use one day, depends on what you want to do on the chart for that day. Okay, so first thing first, your directional bias. Then after you might have pinpoint your directional bias, then you look at what the price is doing. Okay, if the market is selling according to your directional bias, then you go to your one. If you can see your liquidity on the 4 hours, you can mark it out. But if you cannot see it, just go to 1 hour time frame or 30 minutes, mark your liquidities. Then when market comes back to your liquidities, when you see market clearing liquidities, just wait for your confirmation entry. Okay, then after your confirmation entry, then you target the external range liquidity, and that is all. Okay, so if you found this video helpful, subscribe now to master smart money trading and start catching high probability forex entries. Don't forget to share, like, and comment. If you have any topics too for us to cover, you can actually drop it in the comment section. So we're gonna look into it and make a video just like this that we are making currently. Then we upload it to you guys. Share this video, okay? Thanks.